And so we've got a fairly stable economy, sounds like, in Lincoln, that's potentially even growing versus what we could see otherwise.
Correct.
And then, so is that going to be bringing in new problems to Lincoln that we haven't had yet, or is that?
Well, I think there are certainly some people in Lincoln that would like Lincoln to go back to when they were 150,000 people, or to stay at 200,000 people. The fact is we're at 250 now, and all projections are that we'll be at 300 or 350 in the next 30 years. I think if you look at just the economy in the rural areas, I think that probably drives some of those young people off the farm and out of the rural areas, and Lincoln and Omaha are two prime places for them to go. So I think if you look at Lincoln's crime statistics, our crime statistics have gone down in the last 4 years despite growth. Are there areas? Certainly there are areas. Are there potential problems as you grow? Absolutely. But I think part of that is you have to be cognizant of that as a city council, as a police force, as a fire department, and make sure that you're doing the right planning things to make sure that those kinds of things don't happen.
Okay. So it sounds like it's going very well then for Lincoln, in fact.
Yeah, I think people should be very happy with the way Lincoln's going. We certainly have our issues, but any city of 250,000 people has a certain amount of issues, and certainly I think ours are less. I think for one of the things people said that bothered them was the 2-for-1 retirement match. We have addressed that. Some would say, well, we didn't reduce it enough. But when you negotiate with someone, it's not always where you end up. It's the fact that you started something that had not been looked at in well over 30 years, which the 2-for-1 match, and we now have 9 to 7 match, which is far more sustainable, far fairer to the taxpayers. And we did it with the employees that we'll be hiring, so our existing employees didn't have to carry the burden of that either.
Okay. So I think has made a lot of progress even in the past 4 years that you've been on the council, which has done very well, it sounds like. How would citizens, if they would like to address an issue with you, are they able to contact you either through the city council or through your website?
Well, actually, I'm probably the easiest city council person to reach. I made a decision when I was the postmaster in Lincoln that if people couldn't reach you, they really weren't getting their problems addressed. So my phone number is in the phone book. If you call the city council office, they will give you my cell phone number so that I can be reached. My theory is that if someone calls and they have a problem, the longer it takes or the harder it is to get a hold of me, the angrier they get. And so if we can solve their problems immediately, and a lot of times we are out in the morning and we don't get home until 7:30, 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock at night, and then you're afraid to call people that late. Maybe it's the next day, and now they've had all day to fester with that problem. There are many hours in the day that we're driving from one meeting to another meeting or something, and that's a perfect time for me to call and let people know that I want to hear what their concerns are.
Okay, and so the primary is on April 5th, which is coming up very shortly. Do you have any events planned for that are coming up that you would?
Well, the 16th, which is this Wednesday night, we're having a fundraiser at the Isles Reception Hall, which is in Havelock, at about 63rd Street. It's from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a free offering, so you're not required to bring money. It is really an opportunity for us to find volunteers and to get signs out, and actually, for me, I think it will help recharge the batteries. I think most people will tell you as they're walking precincts, it's a little lonely out there in that you don't always get feedback. The people who are supporting you obviously give you good feedback. Sometimes you get no feedback, so you're not really sure how you're doing, and I think it's a great chance to recharge the batteries.
Okay, so the 16th of March, you're going to meet and greet people for your volunteer
Right.
fundraiser.
We're also scheduling to walk precincts next Saturday, the 19th. We'll start at 10 o'clock at, again, we're going to use the area around the aisles reception hall because there's a lot of parking there, so people will park, and we're going to go out and walk precincts, and then we'll come back and have lunch at the aisles.
Okay, so very good. So it sounds like it's going very well then for you for your re-election. So
Well, we hope so.
Yep. And so April 5th is the primary, then followed up very soon by May 3rd is the general election. And your website again
Is DougEmery2011.com.
Okay, and there you can sign up. You can find information on if you want a yard sign, if you'd like to help, walk the campaign a precinct, or if you would like to make phone calls for you, anything like that is on that site.
Correct.
And then that's also going to be linked to LancasterCountyDemocrats.org, where you can also find information on if you would like yard signs, if you would like to help make phone calls or walk precincts, things like that. Either way is a good place to get in contact with people. Any final thoughts you'd like to bring up?
Well, I hope people are happy with what's happened in Lincoln the last 4 years. I hope the people in Northeast Lincoln are happy with their representation. I certainly did not ever think that this would happen, but it is with a great love and passion for both Northeast Lincoln and the city that keeps me doing this. And I hope people can see that and understand that even though we may not always agree on the directions or how we get to certain solutions, that my heart is in the right place, and I understand the people of Northeast Lincoln very, very well.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today, Doug. And again, this is Doug Emery. He's running for District Number 1 and for City Council. He is our incumbent right now, so we'd love to see him reelected. And so we hope we see you out at the polls on April 5th and again on May 3rd. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.